Did you?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like I buy all that shit, the like fucking like any book that's featured on Tucker Carlson or like that's mostly a compilation of like racist Substack articles. I'll buy that self-published shit on Amazon and read it. And like the Laptop from Hell book, it's written by a New York Post reporter.
Yeah,
I don't know if you followed that story, but
is it a fantastic laptop filled with great stuff, or is it?
Yeah. Well, there was a computer repair shop in Delaware in Wilmington where this legally blind albino guy that fixes computers, Hunter Biden comes in, drops off his laptop, like coked out of his mind,
with his Finger Lakes tattoo on his back.
Yeah,
fresh Finger Lake ink tattoo on his back.
And he like never picked the laptop back up. The guy waits like 90 days, and he had to like back up the hard drive. So he backs up the hard drive, but in doing that, he can see what's on the laptop. And he's like, there's stuff on here that seems like kind of criminal. So he contacted the FBI. The FBI never got back to him. And then so he gave it to Rudy Giuliani, was the only person that responded to this legally blind, albino,
what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
What kind of, why? Why can't it, that?
Like Casper from Me, Myself, and Irene. Like that guy.
Yeah, Milky.
Yeah, Milky, yeah. And fucking... Rudy Giuliani's the only guy that takes the thing. So then this guy's like, the poor guy was like fucking like harassed, lost his business. He had to go into hiding because of, like Twitter drama over turning this laptop in. But the New York...
the Hunter Biden art collectors were coming after him.
The New York Post was like, they reported on it, but this was like in October. So Twitter banned the New York Post from Twitter. Like they deleted their account for like disseminating disinformation.
Yeah.
And then that turned into this big like political thing or whatever. But Miranda Devine at the New York Post like wrote a book on what's in the laptop. Now the market for the book is like conservatives that are like all Democrats are pedophiles, like just like people that hate Hunter Biden, they hate Joe Biden or whatever. But like reading it, if you just like it because it's entertaining, because I'm an idiot. So when I look at that, like here's what I like about conservative news is like you don't have to learn anything. Like I'm staying like informed, and what that means is I've just seen 6 or 7 pictures of Hunter Biden's penis. That's reading the news for me.
I've seen it.
I've just seen his.
He's got a nice hog,
right? I could go to a dinner party and tell you about Hunter Biden's penis, and that's me being like worldly.
That's really big of you.
Yeah. But it's funny. Like reading the book, it's like I don't know how you can read that and not just feel like just heartbroken for Hunter Biden.
Really?
Because it's like life fucking sucks, dude. It's like
he's smoking crack about it. He's not too pumped about it.
Well, he's had all this.
He's in a lot of pain.
He's born into all this privilege, but it's like immediately loses his mom and his like fucking sister in a car accident as a child. Then that like tragedy.
Dad sacrifices his family immediately for political gain.
Yes,
right. For the blood god smashes it between 2 pieces of marble at an obelisk underneath the White House. Yes,
he gets dumped onto like an aunt and a grandma or something while Joe goes to Washington to be a fucking senator. Then Joe remarries, and then like I guess he has a weird relationship. He's always treated as like a fucking liability or whatever. And his whole life as an adult has just been like to be like a fucking bag man for the Biden family. So he gets set up with these fake jobs where nobody respects him, he can't do anything, and then he gets a paycheck, and then he has to use the paycheck to like pay Joe Biden's AT&T bill. That's the way they launder the money. Is like he has to pay contractors to get their like houses fixed. He's like, so he doesn't like keep any of the money.
He's just
and then his brother dies, and he's in like some like fucking like drug addled like a hallucinatory state, and starts fucking his dead brother's fucking like wife.
As one, you should always do that.
That's honorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do like a.
And then
salute.
It's like the movie Pearl Harbor. It's
he's just an absolute fucking like tragedy fuck up to the like. He has such an unsympathetic problem being like the president's son who's like a millionaire kid that like there's a deeper level of like empathy you have to have for him, because it's like it's like obviously this person's suffering. And it's not like, he's a little girl with cancer. Nobody feels bad for Hunter Biden.
Not a soul.
Nobody.
Yeah. I'm even like, as you're saying it, I'm like, would I actually?
Yeah, right. No, who cares? No. But if you sit there and have to read through it for fucking, 3 hours, however long it takes to get through that piece of shit, it's like, You know, you can't help it. Just and now he's like this new thing now is like because it's like oh well his paintings and then like Tucker Carlson, all these guys go crazy for his another money laundering scam where he sells these bullshit paintings in the White House, and it's like he didn't want to paint those paintings. He just has to like Joe's like we're gonna make a bunch of shitty paintings.
Yeah,
You're gonna draw a bunch of garbage, and then everybody's gonna call you a fucking faggot, shitty painter. Also,
no matter what, that's coming down the pipeline.
now at 50 years old, on top of being a pedophile, an incestuous pedophile, now you have to be a shitty artist.
Who
also.
fucked your brother's wife, and now you have pretty good apps. Like his paintings aren't.
You got to do that.
They're not that bad.
Because
They're not that bad.
I'm trying to get a Quibi subscription. I can't.
And if you could just go ahead and send me the password for this godforsaken
Right.
thing.
And you're gonna pay for my Netflix this month.
Oh, very funny. You set the password as I killed your mother and brother for a blood sacrifice, a marble obelisk, blood drink. God damn it. Shaq is Freemason. Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Yeah, and then having to live in his brother's shadow too, because like Bo was set up to be the one where it's like he's gonna have the political.
He's
career.
gonna be the new senator from Delaware.
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
president,
Was Bo Obama's dog's name?
Yeah.
Was that a funny joke?
Yeah, it
Maybe.
was. It was like, this is how much I respect your dead
Yeah,
son.
Biden.
Isn't that like a little insane?
Yeah.
It's kind of mean.
That'd
Well,
be like if
Obama
you told me like a
hates Joe
terrible, like,
Biden.
hey, my cousin Jen sucks dick for Vicodin.
Yeah.
And then you're just getting blown by my cousin Jen. You're ripping, like you're cracking a Vicodin off the top of the back of her head,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
ripping lines off, and you're like, dude, she does suck, but her fucking molars are missing.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get an infection. But it's just very like that. That was, now that you think about it in hindsight, he's been getting tooled on as a
Yeah.
poor bastard.
And he
Poor
just
bastard.
can't stay
And then
sober.
his friends are like his
Stand-ups,
like,
aren't they?
No, his only friends in the world are like his dead brother's wife, who he's a drug addict with, and then they have this and then Sasha Obama.
The other one?
Hey Sasha, it's me.
Those are the only people that he can hang out with.
3:30 in the morning, he's
Yeah.
calling her at fucking
Yeah.
Harvard or wherever she's
And then
around.
and then Secret Service agents that shouldn't be on his detail anymore. They come after clean up his mess.
Hey,
Just imagine you're trying to kill yourself with drugs. You're too much of a pussy to actually do it because there's nothing. You know that that would just add to the tragedy. It's not like you can restore your dignity even in death. If you killed yourself, there would just be pictures of your asshole.
like you shit your pants after
right,
you shot
exactly.
yourself.
You're just asshole is on the front page headlines. Absolute fucking loser faggot finally does what everyone wanted him to do. So because of that, he can't just put the gun in his mouth. He has to just keep shooting heroin into his arm and smoking crack. And then the second before you're finally about to overdose and maybe get a shred of hope that people will just let you rest. Fucking guys in sunglasses kick down the door and drag you back to Joe Biden's fucking house in Delaware, where he's like, "I love you, son. I love
You're
you.
my beautiful boy.
You're my beautiful boy, and I love you. And family's important." And then he's just smiling to a camera behind you, and then fucking having a conversation with the Easter Bunny about Ukraine.
Where his fucking his face is half blown off,
Yeah,
and he's
right.
survived a facial gunshot wound where he has no mandible and only top teeth.
Yeah.
And he's like I don't know, just the fucking. He's a mummy for the rest of his life.
It's truly heartbreaking.
Doesn't he
That
hang out
poor
with
guy.
stand-ups in L.A.?
Does he?
Hunter? Does he?
Which
I can
stand-ups?
see LA stand-ups doing that.
Yeah,
Those-
like comedy store
That
guys.
world being like, yeah, I just became friends with
Hunter.
yeah, right. No, they would honestly, if Jeffrey Epstein somehow beat the charges and then hung out at the Comedy Store,
Yeah.
I guarantee you there'd
He'd
be
be
LA
on the
comedy.
Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. Jeffrey Epstein just talking about sneakers on Bobby Lee's
surfing.
podcast. Yeah, right.
He's opening for Schultz.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that would happen.
No, do you like Crazy Days and Nights?
I used to back in the day. I used
Nick
to
got
really
really into it.
I was
for a while.
super obsessed forever. I
Yeah.
used to check it daily, like news.
Yeah.
And I still do.